Predator or Phantom? Which is the better boot? Let's compare. Both Nike and Adidas have released new boot innovation recently, and both of them feature ultra grippy striking elements. So today we're putting the two elite level versions of each boot against each other to find out which is best. Before we do though, make sure you're part of our SOCCER.COM family by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so that you can stay up with the play on all of the latest boots. Probably the most important aspect on any football boot for me is how comfortable it is. So let's start with how the Predator feels on foot. The shape of the Predator Elite is suited for a narrower foot, although, thanks to the new soft, slightly stretchy microfiber upper called Hybrid Touch 2.0, it is pretty accommodating for wider feet like mine as well. Lengthwise, they run true to size and have a shallow toe box, meaning you get a nice close to the ball feeling on contact. Memory foam heel pods protect you from blisters, and a more traditional off-center lacing setup means that you have complete control over how tight you like to wear your boots. The Phantom GX offers a slightly wider fit than the Predator, but again, because of the forgiving Flyknit upper, it's going to fit nicely around most foot types. They've added some extra volume in the toe box from the previous version, so I think I slightly prefer the Predator in that aspect. The GX2 also offers a padded interior heel section for a smoother ride, and an even more pronounced offset lacing setup that uses a combination of laces and Flyknit, which also wraps around the lower ankle in a very ergonomic way to give you a sock-like, skin-tight fit. With both boots using different technologies to help you get that extra purchase on the ball, it's time to rate the benefits of each model's touch elements. Hailed as the original ball curling boot, the Predator has always been associated with touch and control, and after a few prior releases that were less than impressive in that area, this version has absolutely nailed this aspect of the boot. Not only are the rubberized striking elements insanely tacky, but they're also now seamlessly integrated into the rest of the upper, which is also much softer. One of the best things about the original GX release was that soft yet extremely grippy upper, and that's been improved upon here in the GX2, with additional ribbed elements now featured across most of the forefoot. The actual finish on the grip knit technology is a kind of waxy, tacky feeling, which makes for a lovely true contact with the ball in both wet and dry conditions. No one likes the feeling of sliding around inside your boots when you're trying to change direction, so which model does a better job of locking your foot in place? This is a question that kind of comes down to foot shape and preference. With the Pred's narrower overall shape and shallower forefoot, it does offer exceptional lockdown. However, if you're planning to wear that tongue pulled right down to the toe, expect to feel a little less security when making directional changes. For me, the combo of laces and knit is a surefire way to achieve an excellent lockdown no matter what foot type you have. And that's exactly what the GX2 uses here. I'm also a big fan of this sculpted knitted ankle section that's high enough to hug your ankle securely, but not too high that it feels restrictive. Both boots feature top-level outsoles, and I'm finding it almost impossible to choose between the two. They're both lightweight with a nice amount of rigidity through the midfoot and a snappy, flexible forefoot. Another important aspect when selecting a football boot is the weight. In most cases, lighter is better, so let's get out the scales and see who comes out on top. The GX2 is going to surprise a lot of people with how little it weighs, and is another reason why the first generation was so popular. At just 6.8 ounces or 190 grams, it's even lighter than the first version, and shockingly, even lighter than the current Mercurial Superfly, which is billed as an out-and-out speed boot. While it does feel very responsive on foot, in comparison, the fold-over tongue version of the Pred seems a little sluggish at 7.7 ounces or 218 grams, and most of that weight is in the exaggerated tongue. However, one of the cool things about the new Predator is that Adi has released it in 3 different versions. The laceless edition tips the scales at a similarly light 6.9 ounces or 195 grams. Finally, we come down to the all-important price tag. With both shoes starring at the elite level of the football boot spectrum, both in terms of premium performance and price point, there are cheaper alternatives out there if you're on a tighter budget. But for those who are looking for the best of the best, these two boots definitely fall into that category. Because of the $10 price difference, the GX2 just shades it in value for money at $270 over the Predator at $280. So for me, it's the Phantom GX2 by a nose, but there's really not a lot separating the two. And if you include style points for that classic fold-over Predator tongue, we might be looking at a different result. But the real question is, which one are you choosing? And which boot should I compare next? Make sure you let me know with a comment in the section below. Like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more comparison videos like this. And if you want to shop a pair of these boots, you can check them out now at SOCCER.COM. I'm Sam, and I'll see you in the next video.